All right, day 18 of the All In Faith Challenge, and um, it's been quite a process so far. I'm feeling it. Um, I think it was about 2 days ago. No, it was yesterday actually. I just I was struggling with peace. I was struggling with purpose. I was struggling with to find meaning in the day. Um, this process is taking a toll on me, and not just because I'm producing and putting the videos out and stuff like that. I'm letting this process change me as well. I know it's happening with a lot of you. You're being challenged, and you're seeing miracles. Like, there's things that are happening like that are really cool, but there's a lot of change going on as well. Um, I know that yesterday's video on purification um, touched on you pretty deeply, and I'm glad about that. Today we're going to talk about something similar. We're going to talk about sanctification. It's kind of a long, big word, but basically it's the process of Jesus transforming you over the course of your life to reflect Him. And this is an ongoing thing. This is one of these disciplines. If we're disciples of Christ, this is one of these things that it's a discipline. And it's something that God is actively pursuing in us. And it kind of goes hand in hand with purification. But the sanctification is what happens as you get closer and closer to Jesus. And as you purify yourself and let the Holy Spirit work more and more in you, your life will reflect Him more and more. And this is a long-term process. Because we're just moons, basically. The moon reflects the sun's light. The moon does not have its own light within it. All it has is darkness. But when it catches the rays of the sun, it reflects the sun. And so that's kind of what we are. We're moons. And because all that's in us is darkness. And the challenge for us is to be positioned so that we can eventually become a full moon. And moon the world, if you will. That was a really bad joke. But really, that's a picture of sanctification. It's us going from these dark moons that either you see darkness or you see void when you look at it without the reflected sunlight, to the whole process of becoming a full moon. And that's what sanctification is. It's this ongoing process of daily, Paul talks about taking up our crosses daily and following Him. Taking up our cross daily means putting to death the things of the flesh, putting to death our desires, because we're constantly in conflict with a holy God. These wicked fallen bodies are constantly in conflict with this holy God. And so the challenge for us as Christians is to daily take up our cross. And in that taking up our cross, God purifies us, and God redeems us, and God sanctifies us. And it's like He takes the scrub brush and the SOS pad and just begins to just go to town on the dead and the dark parts of our life till we get to the point where ultimately we're glowing with His glory. That's what sanctification is. And it is a discipline. It is a long-term, work in progress. And, as Christians, we have this idea of coming to Jesus. We have this come to Jesus moment. And, we've been raised in this culture where we come to Jesus, you go down on the altar call, you go down front, and you're saved. But I think in a lot of ways, we miss the point, and it's a very dangerous place to be when we think that that's the end. That's a beginning. That is the beginning of a journey. And day by day, we need to be coming to Jesus. We need to have come to Jesus moments every day, every hour, every minute if we can. Because in that we will be sanctified, we will be purified, our lives will be transformed to reflect Him. And if we fix our eyes on Christ and allow Him to sanctify us, and allow Him to take the old and the dead and the things, the thought patterns that don't work and that don't serve us and that don't serve the people around us, if we allow Him to do that and allow Him to sanctify us, we're going to shine like the sun, like He is. But don't be mistaken to think that you come to Jesus once and that's it. Sanctification and coming to Jesus day by day they go hand in hand, and that's where we're taking up our cross and following Him is a commandment. It is a day, like I'm going to wake up tomorrow and come to God and be like, here I am. What would you have me do? Who would you have me be? What do I need to lose? And throughout the day, He's going to present us with places where we can go one of two ways. We can go in rebellion and do the things that we want to do and do it our way, or we can submit and take up our cross and die to ourselves and be sanctified and allow ourselves to take one more step in becoming that full moon, to go one more day towards that full cycle of the full moon. So today, take up your cross. Today, choose sanctification over rebellion. Choose obedience over your own desire. And I promise you, if you make this a habit and you make this a discipline and you wake up every single morning and ask God to sanctify you and ask God to purify you and ask God to make you shine like Him, and that you invite the Holy Spirit in day after day, minute after minute if you have to, if you make this a discipline, your life will be set on fire in ways that you can't possibly imagine, and the world around you will take notice.